again, the levator mandibulae, what?
Anterior.
And then
Externus.
externus. And then the gills. We're not going to do those. And then the muscle that's superficial right here that's been cut, what's that? Comes across here.
That's the sphincter colli.
Right, and the one that's underneath it. This big one right here, the shiny one. Yeah, that's a good sphincter colli, actually. I could use that for sphincter colli, see? And then what's the one underneath it? It's going from branchiohyoideus. Okay, and then here's your interhyoideus right here, and here's your intermandibularis. The intermandibularis is like about back to here, and the interhyoideus is about to here, and then sphincter colli is this. It's all looks like one sheet of muscle. So intermandibularis would be somewhere like there, interhyoideus would be there, and then sphincter colli would be there. This one running from the chin back here is called the geniohyoid, and there's another one. In fact, it's actually there. I just have to pull this up. If you look close behind it, underneath it, there's a little tiny one right here. That's the genio what? Glossus. So if I was going to put this on a test, what I do is I take this and trim it back a little bit. Try not to detach it. Put enough of a gap between it and the muscle above. But that's the genioglossus right there. See that one I'm pulling on? That's the genioglossus, and the geniohyoid's above it. Does everybody see that? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you have your rectus cervicis right here, and your rectus abdominis down here. Rectus just means straight, so they run straight up and down. You have your, see this thing? It's coming to this little this cartilage. That's the supracoracoideus. This one coming up here is your procoracohumerales. Okay, then this one right here comes underneath it, kind of to the shoulder, to the arch. Yeah, that's the omoarcual right there. And what I would do is I'd probably get the scissors and just kind of clean out some of the connecting tissue underneath of it so it stands out a little bit more. Okay. Now on here you have your coraco what? Brachialis. Then what's this one called? The humera what? Antebrachialis, because it's going down to the forearm. And then the one in the back is called the what? Triceps. Those are the only three major arm muscles you need to know. Okay, coracobrachialis, humero-antebrachialis, and then triceps, right? I think they just call them triceps, right? No.
Yeah.
And then this one has, he said there was an explosion of latex.
Yeah.
And then these are your forearm what?
Extension.
And then on the underside of your forearm, flexors. And then what's this one called coming back to the chest? Pectoralis right here. This is pectoralis right there. Okay. And then let's see, back here you got your pectori scapularis. Well, I can't see it on this with the gills. Okay. You really didn't do much of those, did you?
I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, that's like the pectori scapularis there. There's also one that goes across this way that looks like it's missing called the dilator laryngeus. Most of these, if I do them, they'll be on the diagram, I think. But you also have a cucularis and a scapular deltoid, I think it's called in this one. And then there's a trapezius back here, but it's really looks like it's been ripped off. Okay, and then if you find one at the end of the jaw right here, a little tiny one, what's it going to be called? There's part of it there. Let me see the other nectars. Let's see if it's got anything. Oh, back here on the butt, the tail end, this is a pubo-ischiofemoralis externus, and then over here is your pubo-ischiofemoralis internus. That's the one you can see from both sides. Anything on this side is going to be pubo-ischio something, okay? Further back, you have your pubo-ischiotibialis, and then coming off that, going to the tail, see this one going down? That's the caudo-pubo-ischiotibialis. Medial to that is your ischiocaudalis. Lateral to that is your caudofemoralis, right? They're on both sides here. Again, there's your caudo-pubo-ischiotibialis. There's your ischiocaudalis, and there's your caudofemoralis. She has all three of them dissected out nice and neatly. Okay. Again, I may default to diagrams, but if I can use the real things, I'd rather use the real things. Some of the little ones out here, those would be diagrammatic because you really can't make them out. They're just too juicy. Okay, same thing with this one. You pull it across. Let's see. You have these. Yeah. The gland still, there's too much gland stuff here, but that looks like your ischiocaudalis there. Down in there, it's coming from the bottom. This would be your caudopubo-ischiotibialis, and then somewhere in here would be your caudofemoralis. Probably back in, you have to dig down in there to get to it. Yeah, there it is right there. I see it. That's right. It's juicy. Fill this up. There's your caudofemoralis right there. I got it pinched off. See, it's running right inside there. That one. See it down in that space. It's a little tiny one. Alright, let's see what's up here. Okay, intermandibularis is right here, going across, still intact. Then you have your interhyoideus still intact. You got your sphincter colli still intact. Now there's the branchiohyoideus underneath it. 1, 2, 3, mandibularis, hyoideus, sphincter colli. Then your geniohyoid is the one that's running underneath this, going up and down. So peel that back. There's your geniohyoid underneath. There's your depressor mandibulae right there. Looks like it's kind of broken, but that's...
It did have a good genioglossus too.
Okay. I'm not going to dig down in there for it right now. But depressor mandibulae is just this little tiny one right here on the corner. Looks like it's a little bit ripped, but that's still... You can see it right here, that one. And then there's your levator mandibulae externus, levator mandibulae interior, triceps, corcobrachialis, and then the one in the middle is the humero antebrachialis. There's your procorcohumeralis right here, underneath here, running on the procorcoid process. Oh, this is the one missing an arm. Now, I didn't pull the arm off. Come on.
I will admit to that.
Always blame him.
And then it's misspelled on that list, but this is dorsalis trunci, Trunci, or dorsalis trunci, runs along the back. Okay, so that's pretty much 85-90% of what you'll see on the test.